Hi everyone and welcome to my place. Don't you just love the fall and the autumn? I love the colours and I just love how clever things happen and are in the botanical world. Now, I had a request not so long ago from somebody asking what to do with honesty. Now, when I look at honesty, I want to say that it's like nature's luminaries. Look how beautiful that is. Little wafer thin leaves that are almost transparent, and when the wind catches them, they're like these little wafts of light just there to capture and to hold your attention. Often we walk past them, but do you know, sometimes just bringing a little bit of something from outside inside can be all a room needs. So having given it some great thought, I thought, what could I put with this to just bring it to a new level? So what I have discovered, I found, is some lovely twisted willow, which I think will be just lovely. And when you see the movement of the branch here in with the movement of the honesty branch there, the two are quite lovely together. This is a little bit more controlled than what this is, and it's just going to give it some lovely movement, so I'm going to use that. Then I thought, now what could I put it in? And often when you're working with whites or light sort of bisque colours, or creamy colours, often it's easier to just keep with a container that is in the same colourway, and then you just have this lovely depth of colour here, or solid colour. And then by putting something like the honesty or wheat or we call them toys here. I think you call them on the others, in some places in the world they're called Prince of Wales feathers. You know, this big lovely wispy things that just like toys or pampas grasses. That this would be the nicest, be a nice container to work with. I don't know where I was going there, but I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going. So anyway, so you've got your white container, and then that will just reflect through. Or if you wanted to take it to a new level, I thought that bringing in some texture could actually be quite nice for the lovely little forms that nature has provided us with. Now, to achieve this, I've done lots and lots of things with air dry clay. So pretty much this container started off like this, and I gave it a wasp of, don't forget that you can always achieve a little bit of aging with some strong tea soaked in some water and then brushed over the top. So what I've done here is I just used the air dry clay and made two handles. When you're doing these, just make sure that they sit flat. So if I put that like that, you can see it's not going to it's not going to connect very well with the glue. So just make sure that you do get these bits here nice and flat. So I've got two of those, and I've also got a whole heap of lovely leaves here that I used. Plus I used a silicone cookie mold to make those little roses, which I've got running up there. And this was also, I think I used Sculpey to make those little roses there, which I cooked in, baked in the oven, and the instructions are all there. Now, the other thing I want to share with you is when it comes to sticking things like this onto the outside, liquid no nails is your very best friend, because once it sticks, it's like nails. It's fabulous stuff. So once you've got all your components together, dress your container. I've taken some around the side, and I think that was all I really wanted at this stage, but I have brought those around the back there because I felt that it just gave it more of a three-dimensional appearance. Now, to arrange these, very, very simple. I've just got all my honesty here, and to get the height, it's just 1.5 times the height of your container. Push that in there like that, and on its own it looks really lovely, but I just thought that by bringing in the willow, it just gives it more movement, and you can bend and manipulate these to whichever way you want, but pretty much 1.5 times the height or the height or the width of the container, whichever is the greater. And then I just thought that I could have just a few of these down there. And for the fall, if you wanted to, you could perhaps put this onto another tray and just cluster some leaves around the bottom, just to bring that whole design just through a little bit further. The wee rose down there, that can go to there, and they can just go into there. Easy designing for the fall, nature's luminaries. Isn't that just beautiful? I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed sharing it with you, and I'll see you again another day.